Uh, Sorry, listeners and viewers. We ran into a little technical difficulty with the internet lag, so we're sorry for that. Let's pick it up where we dropped it off. Flake, you was talking about how when we came back, how during the parade they were still treating us like this, and how they tried to take away our self empowerment, our self love, our appreciation, our courage, our pride, our just being happy, our joy. And so just pick up where you left off with that.
But yeah, basically that's where I was at with it, and I think that's where the whole division, make sure they stay divided, pretty much started. Because as a one unit, as a one group, as being the Hellfighters, you see what we was able to do. We was able to accomplish great things. We was able to, defeat people that had more people than we had. We was able to defeat those people and make them retreat and make them be scared of us. So I feel like, when they let them know that, hey, they can't join the French parade because we can't let them know that they equals. We got to make sure they don't have their juice. And when they get back home, they're not going to be able to march in the same parade as we are. We let the band play in that one parade, but after that, they're not doing nothing else. So we had that one ally that was able to say, hey, we gonna have another parade for y'all. We gonna send y'all to the middle of where we end, right in the dead of Harlem. And I just felt like that point in time where they feel, and it kind of, now we had technical difficulty. I had time to think about it. That might have been the case of starting a division, make sure they stay divided with, as we talked about, a couple of episodes ago, about Fred Hampton. When you talk about Malcolm X, when you talk about Martin Luther King Jr., we got to start getting ahead because they got too much togetherness going. They know it's their power. We got to divide them. I just think that might have been a snowball effect from going back from then, which will let me know they already knew we had that much power. And then now that we seen we had that much power, it's like, oh no, no. You get back over here, we definitely not treating you the same. Nah, you still a nigga.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't have said it no better, honestly. That's just how I look at it is um they didn't even get invited to the parade. I mean, yeah, it happened, but they didn't even get invited to it. So that's just how it was,
No.
man. It's salute to them, the Hellfighters, the men of bronze, for taking such a courageous leap and, putting their life on the line, and fighting for one day for us to be able to have this conversation freely. But just, it's distasteful, and like I missed the point because I had lagged out. But for them not to even get the correct benefits and stuff like that is just crazy. And he ended up dying, and the military, like we were talking about it before we got started, for them not even to go back and right their wrongs and for it to take so long, it just gives me a little bad taste of looking at the United States military, for them still not to acknowledge that, knowing that they other things within the American system has been acknowledged, knowing that it really didn't mean any good for us. So yeah, that's crazy, man. But salute to them. I would say that I would take that moment to say salute to them and shout out to them for being proud fighters and pushing forward regardless of not being treated equal.
Yeah, I would say, and this just goes back to the first question and then what Rose said. I would say, uh, even though I don't see nothing wrong with what my brother said, I would say I'm glad that y'all didn't take his stance, because throughout history, without the black soldiers, our history might be different, and we might not be where we are as America, as black people, as far as advanced as we have come, even though we got a long way to go. If it was not for people like the Hellfighters and the Tuskegee Airmen and all of this stuff, if it was not for them, we would not be where we are today as an American country, but definitely as black people. So I salute to y'all for taking the courageous, brave stance of going out there despite not being free at home, despite not having liberty, despite, still being slaves at some point during the Civil War, still being Jim Crowed and lynched and murdered. Ku Klux Klan, because that was another thing. The Ku Klux Klan had a parade of, I forgot how much they said, but it was buku numbers. And I don't want to sit here and lie and quote the wrong number, but it was high up there and right after that. And so the things like that. And then I will also say that a quote that W.E.B. Du Bois wrote after World War I. He said, "The slave went free, stood for a brief moment in the sun, and then moved back to slavery again." And so that's deep, that he realized the error of his ways, and he said, damn, I thought this was going to happen, but then this is what really happened. And so we had our moment in the sun. We had a brief glimpse and taste of freedom, but we come right back home and we go right back into bondage and slavery. And so that was just a deep, deep little quote by W.B. Du Bois. And yeah, salute to y'all, King. Salute to just salute to y'all. And I know that somewhere y'all are looking down, and even though y'all didn't get y'all roses while on Earth, Supremely Black is giving you your roses now. So salute to y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we are grateful for what y'all have done for us.
They do have a monument over in France for them. They also have a monument in Harlem for them as well, for the freedom fighters. I want to say Henry Johnson might even have his own monument. I want to say. I watched a video a few days ago, but I want to say he might have his own.
You do.
Okay. He has his own as well. It's a shame that he got treated as bad as he did while he was here, only to receive the highest of honors now that he's gone. There's not one soldier that has his own monument. Not one. Where he has his own. And it's a damn shame that this man has been gone and could have lived a lot longer if he would have just got the treatment that he deserved when he had got back after showing his heroic efforts. I wonder also, is this why I know Muhammad Ali? He didn't go to war because of his religious beliefs, but I wonder if he knew this story also. And that might have played to his anger in that speech of saying, "Why would I go over there and fight some Viet Cong? They ain't never called me a nigga. You my opposing. Where are you when I need saving? Where are you?" That famous speech that he had. I had it memorized one point in time. I don't have it anymore. But I love that speech. Why would I go over there and fight for them when you my opposer? You my enemy. I can't get respect here at home.
Yeah. That is pretty dope. I would want to know if that's what was his thoughts. But I know it comes a lot because I think it takes a lot of, you have to be very courageous. You have to really put your pride to the side. But I mean, I don't think there's any wrong with, him boycotting or going over to fight. I just think both of them are done with, probably with the same intentions. It's just going to have a little bit of a different impact. Because physically, one person is saying, look, I'm putting my life on the line, but also that could be the same for someone saying that they're not going, but they still could have the same plight of just wanting that due respect. So I think it's just good that sometimes we can agree to disagree with different stances in regards to would you go and fight, or if you would go to fight, how can we still support you if I say, hey, I'm willing to take my sentence and you're willing to go risk your life. I need to be putting together a plan to say, this time I'm gonna make sure this brother family is good if he do happen to go over there and doesn't make it back across the waters. And I think that's just where the conversation has to go. It's not bickering back and forth on what your stance is, because we both have the same ultimate goal. I'm just not willing to go and put my life on the line for a country that doesn't respect me.
Right.
I can't knock you for wanting to go and vice versa. So it's a gift to be able to talk through that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
You guys have any final comments before we move on to the Black businessman and a Supreme Black person?
Honestly, again, just shout out to the Men of Bronze is what I would go with. I love that name that the French gave him. A shout out to the Men of Bronze. And again, thank you for being that courageous and definitely jumping out on a limb and thinking of the bigger picture when that bigger picture was, I'm pretty sure, very foggy for you, and you didn't even understand what you were really doing it for. You just had intentions of one day of setting your people free, and I think it was more or less not from physical bondage, but mentally, because you still have those same hellfighters now that are trailblazing the way, and you inspired a lot of different people. And to like Spirit's point, I know they didn't get to get their roses, but we're definitely appreciative of you all, and everybody else is, trailblazed the way before, we get here and have these type of conversations. And for anybody else to, continue to push the agenda, salute, but definitely thank you all.
You're on mute.
Just realized that. As for me, I'm just gonna repeat what y'all said, repeat what I have said as well. So salute to y'all. We appreciate y'all. We are most gracious and honored to be a part of y'all, because truth be told, some of y'all was our relatives. Some of y'all was our great aunts, uncles, maybe even great grandparents. Like, some of y'all are our bloodline. And so we are privileged and honored to be a part of y'all, to be here because of y'all, and to be able to try to be just as courageous and brave and as trailblazing as y'all were. So salute to y'all. We appreciate y'all. And also Flake, great content, great episode, great history lesson. And so I appreciate you for, going further and, broadening our horizon and our mental to expand what we do know of the greatness of being supremely Black. And so I appreciate you for that.
They don't need to thank me, man. Thank the listeners and the people who keep coming back and listening, who want to be fed this information. As we talked about last week about being in the shell, where we found, one thing that we living outside the norm, and that's coming out and having these conversations and bringing it to the forefront for everybody to, and we might not be 100% right on everything, but hey, we gonna come with some information, and we ain't scared to learn. That's one thing for sure.
Hey, this is very spontaneous, but y'all want to talk about that Black Lives Matter shit next week?
Hey,
about
that financial,
findings.
I think that'll be a good closing statement. So just be on the lookout for that. And I would say this to our avid, our supremely Black family: just come with an open mind, and I just leave it as that, because we're gonna dive a little deep just to get some thoughts. So might get a couple guests on here just to pop in and out, just to kind of get a little feel for how people think about that. But that may be one of our most interactive topics. But I will definitely say this: it's not going to be for the faint-hearted, and it will not be for the closed-minded.
Hey, the first time we talked about Black Lives Matter, I don't think we did. You had to have an open mind on that episode also.
Yeah.
We all about it. If you right, you right. You wrong, you wrong. Don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Spade is spade. If spade is spade, if you ain't doing right by our people.
Yeah, because we're trying to push supremely Black, and that's for all our people.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting to that. So let's go ahead and close this out, because
before we get into it right now,
I'm ready to get fired up.
They don't posted a 3-hour episode. Man, what's going on?
Hey, what? Yeah, let's go ahead and close this baby out.
That man Rose was ready to cue that Trey Songz. I'm a dive in.
Man, boy.
Well, for our supremely Black, I got it all wrong. For our Black business minute, I was about to do Flake segment. For our Black business minute, we got the Rap Queen. Their website is WRAPQUEEN.com. Who are we? Rap Queen. the first family-owned fashion brand to create a hair wrap and apparel line for the modern city woman, was born of an abiding love for fashion and a desire to advance female empowerment through sophistication. James and Kelly, this love is and responsibility is shared by Rap Queen founders, NYC power couple James and Kelly. He is a designer and photographer, and she is an innovator behind fashion and lifestyle blog Island Chic 77. The Rap Queen style. For years, Kelly has been pairing hair wraps with high fashion apparel to cultivate her own eye-catching look. So she knows firsthand just how asserting it can be. Using their combined creative vision and years of design and fashion experience, James and Kelly hand make each head wrap from premium imported materials to bring this exclusive look to cosmopolitan women everywhere. They also have a IG Rap Queen as well as Rap Queen. And I know they only talked about hair wraps for women, but the reason why I got put on this is because I told somebody I want to start wearing hair wraps, and they sent me this because they also do make man hair wraps. And so is I know they talk about their women aspect of it because it started with empowering the sophisticated woman. And since this is International Women's Day, we want to say big ups to y'all, all the ladies out there of all races, creed, and color, but especially to our Black queens. We appreciate y'all and happy International Women's Day. And again, they do make man hair wraps though as well. So if you're interested in getting your hair wrapped or whatnot, because I've seen some fresh styles, especially for people with locks, I said I'm gonna get into it. And so that's what made me interested about them. So that is our Black Business Minute. Rap Queen, salute to you.
Salute.
I'm gonna grow my hair back out, man. Give me a head wrap, dog. It'd be like one of them dudes that be bald headed with the head wrap. You don't see them cats. Like, hey, bro.
Well, you gotta walk around look like you got a little bowling ball rag, trying to keep
right.
That's about it.
Our Supremely Black Person of the Week is going to Patricia Bath. She's a Black woman inventor. Patricia Bath was the first African American to complete a residency in ophthalmology in 1973. If you don't know, she worked on the eyes. 2 years later, she became the first female faculty member of the Department of Ophthalmology at UCLA's. Man, it's a tough word, boy. That word tough. It's tough, boy. Man, that word fighting. We've been fighting all day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was trying to say it before we got here.
Come on, Flo. Come on, Flo.
Anyway, she was the first faculty member at UCLA's Jules Stein Eye Institute. Hey, I can read for real.
Hey.
But in 1976, Bath co-founded the American Institute for Prevention of Blindness, which established the eyesight as basic human right. In 1986, Bath invented the laser FICO probe, improving treatment for cataract patients. She gave sight to one person. That had been blind for 30 years. So one page, she was able to give sight to the blind. She gave sight to one person that had been blind for 30 years. She patented the device in 1988, becoming the first African-American female doctor to receive a medical patent. This goes great with our story because she was born in Harlem in 1942, before she had moved out to California. She graduated high school after 2 years, only 2 years in high school. She has already graduated. She received a bachelor's degree from Hunter College and received her medical degree from Howard University, HBCU. So big shout out to Patricia Bath. Just to go in on that, I did a little bit more research on her story. The simple fact that after she got her medical degree and she started working at the office, of course, in the 60s, she did not get the same office as her male counterparts. They had said something about they didn't want male and females in the same office. However, her male white counterparts had this state of art office, and basically she was out there with the receptionist and stuff. That's her office. Her office was over there with the assistants and all that good stuff. When she had created the laser FICO probe, they didn't even believe her. They told her it was impossible. He was like, "Yeah, this is impossible. There's no way that you invented this." And she had to prove herself once again. She had to prove herself that she was able to do this. So once she done that, she had changed the game of medicine at that time, and it was huge because with her laser probe, it's a lot less painful. They don't have to do as a big incision in your eye to get it done, and you heal a lot quicker. So big shout out to her for what she was able to do. She has been, she passed away. I thought she was still living. She passed away in 2019. So shout out to Patricia Bath, one of the Black inventors that you do not hear about. They always say we can run fast and run that football and jump high and shoot a basketball, but it's rare that you hear about these inventors that we have. So especially a Black woman inventor. So shout out to her. She is our supreme new Black person of the week.
Salute to you, Queen. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Flake, do me a favor though. Yeah. During my Black Business Minute, while you on mute, type in that word and hit that voice thing. So then,
bro, let me tell you something.
For you, so then right when your segment come on, how to say.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I watched. I read about it, and then I was like, "Boy, man, that word gonna have a fight." I watched it on YouTube a few times so I could hear the word being said. Boy, that junk there, man. Look, a fight.
Yeah, Tyrone, do you mind reading in front?
I'm telling you, if you see the word, y'all gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I see why." if y'all see this word, you'll be like, I don't even want to say it no more. That's how bad I was jacking it up.
Right. Every time Flake get to read, I get to think about that meme man sitting around and your teacher told you wasn't gonna be shit. Nah, she just she just called on you to read your class.
Hey, I used to be one of the ones that raised my hand first to read in class. Hey, you read that paragraph beforehand, be like, yeah, that's me. Let me go and get that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to mess up in front of y'all players and the other thousands of listeners. I ain't afraid. Hey, players mess up.
All the time.
Yeah, it's all good.
Ophthalmology.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, man. Come on now. Don't play with it.
There you go. Well,
we're to fight though.
We're gonna let you send us off, Flake.
Follow my king. Oh, no. Follow my queens out there. Put your crown on, took that thing to the side. Let them know you are a queen. Follow my kings out there. Put your crown on, took that thing to the side. Let them know you are a king. We are not 3/5 of anything. We are supremely Black, and we out.
Peace.